What's going on, guys? It's your boy Bilal here, back with another Real Madrid discussion video. And where do I even begin, man? What an absolute shit day. Both teams today that I was supporting lost. If you didn't know, I'm Packy, so I watched cricket as well, and they lost right before the abysmal Real Madrid game. About that, let's dive into that now, shall we? So today was the match between Real Madrid and Sevilla, which ended 3-0 for Sevilla. Horrible, absolutely horrible, shambolic performance by Real Madrid. These are the games you are supposed to win. These are the games that decide us the league. We haven't won against Sevilla in so long. They have been getting the better of us for a while now, and it's starting to get frustrating. You think we'd have them down tactically and would have figured them out by now, but no. What good is it to batter weak opponents when we can barely scrape a decision against tough opponents? And icing on the goddamn cake, Barcelona dropped points as well. They lost to Leganes, but this was all negated because we have this sort of itch to drop points every goddamn time. Whenever Barcelona drop points, it's like we're long lost brothers or some shit. Like, I just can't make this stuff up. We never capitalize on our chances and never take advantage. We make it harder for ourselves. We always do. I just don't understand why we do this to ourselves. I enjoy a good comeback or two, but I don't think my heart would be able to take it with all the built up frustration. Patience is key, and I understand that. I understand we're going through a rough patch and implementing new ideas and philosophies into our team, but the question is just how long is this going to take, honestly? We're doing textbook stuff which our opponents can easily study and analyze. It's not that difficult to know the type of playing style we have right now. We need to get more creative and unpredictable in order to benefit in the long run. And one of the important things to track when it comes to progress from one season to the next is the results you get from certain fixtures in the previous season compared to the current one. Prior to tonight, Real Madrid had lost 5 of their last 6 trips away to Sevilla. The only win came in 2014-15 season when Ronaldo scored that hat trick. Otherwise, Madrid have gotten nothing out of that stadium for several years now. Obviously, that didn't change this year either. Point is that this is the top 4 away fixture every season, and alongside Barcelona, Atleti, and Athletic Club Bilbao. What can make you feel better is that what Sevilla did to Madrid tonight is what Madrid usually do at the Bernabeu to Sevilla. In any case, be thankful that they didn't have to go back to Sevilla again unless they meet in the Copa del Rey, and be thankful that Barcelona lost a shocker against one of the worst teams in La Liga on the same night. Coming into this match day, there was always a good chance we would drop points and fall back behind Barca. It's almost a minor win that we leave this match day no worse for the wear in that respect. Anyways, Real Madrid started with the 4-3-3 formation as usual, and in goal they had Courtois. In defense they had Nacho, Ramos, Varane, and Marcelo. Cruz, Casemiro, and Modric played midfield, and Asensio, Bale, and Benzema were playing up front. Isco was out to injury, and I honestly don't even know when he's going to be coming back. He's injured for a while, and his absence was definitely felt this game. Sevilla started with an aggressive 3-5-2 formation. In goal they had Vacle, Gomez, Jar, Parejo. In defense, Arana, Vasquez, Banega, Sarabia, and Navas as their midfield, and Ben Yedder and man of the match, and Andre Silva as their forward. So the game was a total letdown in my opinion. It all started crumbling after the first goal. We had a total of 21 goddamn shots and 60% possession, but football goes to show you that these stats mean absolutely nothing. These stats do not portray the hammering we received today. Of those 21 shots, we had only 3. We had 3 shots on target today. Sevilla had 7 shots on target. Embarrassing stuff, man. We were outmatched defensively, tactically, and in shambles. There was a lack of initiative to create chances. We couldn't keep the ball and ended up committing the same mistakes we always do when it comes to conceding goals. A particular mistake would be the first goal by Marcelo and Ramos, who I love to death, but I can't stand their mistakes. We lose most of our games, believe it or not, because of them. Even today, the goals were all on these players, all on these 2 players. Granted, our forwards didn't score either, but I'll get into that in a bit. Marcelo literally can't stay in his own box. Marcelo can't stay in his own box, as always has to show that he's Roberto Carlos 2.0. A mistake by mistakenly giving the ball away with Ramos out of position. Not surprised there, not having enough time to return back to leading to a simple tap in by Andres. It literally took 4 minutes to concede the second goal. Mind you, I was at work and I was watching a stream and was fuming. I couldn't believe we were getting outplayed so early on. The counter pressing was non-existent today, something we were getting known for, and it was just not there. We weren't getting the ball in properly. The midfield was losing us so many times. We played Sevilla away. I mean, it's always a tough fixture. They came out with an aggressive formation from the get-go. There is no way they were going to sit back and defend and let us run shot like we've been doing with the past few games. Granted, those games have been so easy to us. This was one of the 3 challenges that came up, and we couldn't capitalize. Despite us having dominated dominated in possession, our problems specifically were noted within the final third. There were rarely any sort of chances created. None of our chances were coming from the wings. Ramos and Marcelo aren't even defenders at this point. They always play up front, and I just don't know why they just don't stay in their position. We have attackers and midfielders for a reason. Our midfield gave away the ball so many times, especially in the first half. Suddenly with non-existing defense, they're just in. Bale tried his hardest, but his finishing was so poor. He had a hat-trick of chances. I don't understand how his finishing can be that bad. And Benzema is a huge confidence player. Bad day, and he's completely invisible. Him and Asensio were just not there today. Cruz usually is fairly lax on the defensive side of things, but today he just completely pulled it off. He was just not there. Ceballos came on and instantly had an impact to the team. Of course, his impact wasn't enough for us to find a goal, but man, it just seems like Cruz has become complacent. Our midfield was outnumbered, and we simply didn't have control over the game. 5 versus 3, 2 versus 1 in wide spaces. Marcelo's left flank was heavily exploited, along with the negligence of Ramos. Somebody's got to tell Ramos to just stop going all out and just stop going all the way up there when we already have Bale, Benzema, Asensio. We have our midfield of Modric, Cruz, and Casemiro all the way up front. You have no reason to be up there. Benzema needs to stop doing his link-up play and start being a striker. The last couple of matches were not his best. He hasn't had any shots on target. It's just abysmal at this point. Nacho doesn't provide anything substantial offensively. Bale, Modric, and Varane were the only positives, and nobody dared to put a diagonal ball to disrupt the back line. Generally, Ramos or Cruz would pull one direct pass over to our more direct flank. But yeah, I just don't know anymore. What are we doing, and how are we going to progress? Our next game is against Atletico Madrid, another tough game, and I'm not sure if we'll even come out with a point in that game. We're wounded after all, and I think we might have an advantage after this reality check. But overall, though, hopefully it's a good game for us, and we come out of it with 3 points. And yeah, I have to go. But with that, that's all for today. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'll provide links in the description below for my social media and other. So yeah, I'll just provide links for my social. I can't even talk right now. I swear to God, I'm just so frustrated. And yeah, just comment on what you thought about the game as well. Let me know if you agree with some of the stuff I said. And yeah, thank you.